Alright, purpose of this video is to tell you how you can deal with negative feelings, what you can do to deal with that. And I don't mean like the short term, like maybe one afternoon you're kind of bored and you feel like a little, not depressed, but like sad. Not sad, but you get what I mean. Not like that, but like something happened and it affected your life, maybe permanently or just for a while, like a few weeks, a few months, a few years, and it's kind of hard for you, right? So maybe you're someone in your family close to you died, or maybe you lost your house, or maybe you're like a young man and you're like alone trying to make money, or maybe you like injured yourself. For me, what happened is I strained my back. I was squatting, form wasn't great, and the racking was kind of bad, so I strained my back. It's been 5 weeks since I've been able to work out like properly, and before that, we went on vacation for 2 weeks, so it's really been 7 weeks, right? And so I'm started going to the gym this past week, but just sitting there doing like tricep extensions and preacher curls. That's it. I'll probably do leg extensions and hamstring curls this week, but that's really it, bro. And like I can do forearm grippers. That's it. Because I irritate my back and I start to feel good and I do something stupid, right? But I don't want you feeling bad for me. That's not the point. You also, when something happens to you, do not let the victim mentality get into you, right? I could be like, oh, I feel so bad for myself. I can't do anything. I can't do what I love to. Shut up, right? Just do what you can do, right? At the end of the day, doesn't matter if you are the victim or you're not. Nothing's gonna change. So just stop feeling sorry for yourself and do stuff, right? So you need to know that worrying is not, or stressing about the past isn't fixing anything. What happened, happened. Also, don't stress about the future. People are like, oh, I used to stress before, like 2 or 3 years ago. We'd like, with my parents, we'd visit our grandparents and they start talking about politics, like, oh, did you hear about that war? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we might go into World War III, and I'd hear them and I'd freak out. And then for like a week or two, I'd be paranoid about World War III, and then like having to go to war and stuff. It's like, dude, I was like 12 or 13. It's like, you're 12, relax. You got nothing to worry about. I have more stuff to worry about now than I did then, and I'm probably at least 5 times more at peace. So don't stress about the future. And also, don't be a retard and just sit there and watch things happen. Be proactive, obviously. Do what you can, but what's out of your control is out of your control. And just don't let that worry or bother you. And also, when something bad happens, like for me, my back strain, it's not permanent. It's just, it might take a while to heal. But I know for sure, a year from now, I'm gonna look back at this and I'm gonna be like, holy crap, that sucked, bro. But I'm gonna be like laughing at myself, like, look at that retard squatting like a moron, then he couldn't train for like X amount of weeks or months. Right now we're at 5 weeks. It'll probably go up more, like 10 weeks. Probably not 10 weeks, maybe, I don't know. But I'll be like, holy cow, it was so stupid. But I'll remember, this is gonna be this moment you're suffering through. You will get over it eventually. And this will be a story you're going to tell. You might even laugh at this in the future. You have to know that. You will get over this eventually. It's not forever. It will end. Also, you have to tell yourself that whatever you're going through, you're suffering, you're struggling through, this is callousing your mind, and it's making your mindset tougher, stronger. Maybe if it's something physical, like maybe you're working really hard and you're working 2 or 3 jobs a day, right? It's making your body stronger enough, right? It makes your mind, possibly your body, stronger, better, more resilient. David Goggins likes to do hard stuff because it calluses his mind, right? Think of it that way. Also, you have to know that everything that's ever happened for a reason. I believe in God. If you don't, okay, but whether you believe in God or not, you have to know that everything happens for a reason. Think about it. What was a one small decision that changed your life drastically forever, right? For me, it was going onto like YouTube, because I think I would watch YouTube before, but it was like random brain rot. But I went onto like I made my own YouTube account. I went on YouTube and I'm like checking it out, and I discovered Chris Heria. So making a YouTube account led to me discovering Chris Heria, which led to me starting working out, which led to me quitting, which led to me starting again, and then going on this 1.5 year journey down exercising, self-improvement, business, all this stuff, right? So I would probably still be out of shape doing whatever. Maybe I would have started working out, but I don't know. I wouldn't be where I am today. Think of a small decision. God probably had some influence in that, and if not, you don't believe in God, the universe, or whatever. And you have to know that there's always going to be a greater good coming out of anything. Maybe your situation is really bad and you don't know what it is, but you will in the future. There's always a greater good that comes out of suffering, or a bad thing, or a good thing as well, you know? I'm trying to think of something. Like, for example, 9/11. That was a horrible incident. Horrible. But as a result of that, a lot of people started going to church more. A lot of people, we improved our security system. You know, the airports got tighter, like better security, all that stuff. So it was bad, but there was a greater good out of that. Other things too, you know. Also, I see this happens a lot to me, and this probably happens a lot to you. And I'm just chilling, and something like these little evil thoughts come into my mind, like despair, worry, anxiety, fear, loneliness, evil little thoughts. And for me, in my case, it's my back strain, and I start to think, genuinely believe, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna heal again. I'm not healing again from this, bro. Just accept it. This is the new thing. You're not healing from this, right? Do not. My phone ran out of storage space again, so I had to delete some stuff, but do not listen to that voice ever trying to scare you, worry you. Because if you believe in God, right? I believe in God. This could be your mind, and sometimes it could be like a little demon telling you something, right? Like they can put these things in your mind, your brain, right? These thoughts. Maybe you like randomly all of a sudden get like this lustful thought, for example. That could be a demon, right? Same with this. You're like, I'm not healing from this. Or you're like, what will I do? Maybe like maybe both your parents died at the same time, so now you're an orphan. You're like, what am I gonna do? I can't do anything. Maybe I should just end myself, right? You should never do that. Do not listen to that voice. When you realize it, I realize I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I'm not healing from this crap. What am I gonna do? I'll just go hard on business, but I'm not healing. I'm like, dude. First step to dealing with this is to recognize it. I recognize because I meditate, so I have better mindfulness. I'm like, that's a little voice. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to it. Right? Sorry, my mom's calling my brother, so it's kind of loud. But in the background, right? But you have to realize this voice. That's the first step to getting rid of it. And then you have to banish it, right? You have to say, no, I'm not listening to that thought, that whatever. Don't pay attention to it. You have to get rid of it. And remember, right? You are in control of your mind and your body. You can tell that thought, shoot, I don't want to listen to you. Realistically, I'm going to heal from this back strain in probably 2 or 3 weeks, all the way up to 2 or 3 months, maybe 4 months. But I keep thinking, I'm not healing from this ever. Even though that's like almost impossible unless I'm really stupid. Right? So you have to realize it and get rid of it. If you're feeling lonely, depressed, anxious, realize it's not true. Get rid of that thought. Also, yeah, this is for like other, maybe like you're really sad, like somebody passed away or whatever. But how to deal with that is, this didn't happen for me, right? So, but this is what I've learned, is that you want to get busy to not think about this. So get an extra job, volunteer somewhere, start going to doing triathlons or whatever. Once again, I was interrupted by my mother, but we left off that you want to get really busy, so do stuff like triathlons, something that makes you physically tired so you can't think about whatever is bothering you. You're tired and at the end of the day, so you just go straight to sleep. Also, you want to try to get productive. For me, I've been pretty lazy actually, unfortunately. I started making YouTube videos, but I haven't been like doing great editing on them and stuff, so, but I should be more productive. Also, you should socialize. Human interactions are healthy. Unfortunately, I can't really ride my bike, so I can't go see people, but I have my family. But if you can socialize, socialize. Nature is great. I go outside often, although I didn't go out today. Exercise. Also, if you can exercise, and don't let go of your routine for the most part. For me, I've noticed I can't exercise, so I can't exercise, so I started, my sleep routine got worse, although I'm doing it today, but I should probably be meditating or getting ready for bed now, but I'll go to bed a few minutes later. But I also I was watching TV, and there was this Forza Horizon 6 ad. I used to play Forza Horizon 5 a lot, about a year ago. It was like my favorite game. And I seriously thought about like playing it. Comes out in like a week. Playing it with this buddy from my old school, which isn't natural of me, but it's because I fell off the routine. Still eating clean. I'm gonna try to, this week, get back on the routine other than exercise. You need God, right? When you're suffering, you need God. God is there for you. You should know that. You should also try to mental health max. I have a video on that. And remember, at the end of the day, we're all gonna make it, bruh. Bye, sis. Bye.